vortex. That's you. That's the internet. I call the vortex because it has managed to suck in the entire world, and now society is what you see spit back out. Okay? That's why everything sucks. Are you gonna let me go? Thank you. Oh, you're so sweet. I kind of want to switch lanes because all these people are annoying me. But I'm gonna stay right here. Hold on, vortex. I'm listening to my coal burning music. I'm not really into that, by the way. Race mixing. I mean, I don't care if other people do it. It's kind of weird. But you're so invested in somebody else's sex life. You know my brother? He used to always have such a problem with that. But now he's dating some like Vietnamese bitch that totally like walks all over him. But it's fine, he deserves it. Here's the thing. I heard this saying a long time ago. If your toes keep getting stepped on, where the fuck are you putting your feet? You know, because it's always the same people putting themselves in the same situations. And they're mad because they keep getting treated the way that they were always treated. But you know, I had to deal with something recently that was really annoying. I feel like I'm being punished. I don't know if God wants me to learn something or it's just the devil fucking with me. I can't figure it out. Because I am drowning in narcissists, you guys. I'm sure you've noticed that a lot of my content, I talk about, psychological stuff. Well, it's because I've always dealt with that. And we all have narcissism. But we make the choice. Oh shit, 5-0. 5-0. Uh-oh. He's going the other way, never mind. Never mind, let's get back to speeding. Well, it's like you can either go the narcissist route or the empath route. And most people are going to choose narcissists because it's easier. It's so much easier. And you never have to take responsibility for anything. You can always blame your problems on other people. You never have to change. You can keep being an alcoholic. You know? nothing is required of you. Most people are going to choose the route where nothing is required. You know? That's not human nature, that's human nurture. The part of us that's of God is the part of us that recognizes the fact that we're the problem. Ooh, we made it. We made it, Vortex, we made it. It's always an accomplishment when you can avoid bumps in the road. But yeah, man. Most people choose the narcissism route because that's the least painful route. Even though you end up hurting yourself as a result. It's crazy the amount of pain that you're going to put yourself in, all because you don't want to experience a little bit of pain for a short period of time. You know? Overall, in the long run, you're going to deal with way more pain because of all the pain that you're going to cause other people. Somebody texted me. I wonder who it is. I think it's my boss. It's probably my boss. Let's see what it says. Messages. I know, look, I'm going in a straight line, okay? I'm paying attention to the car in front of me so that I don't hit them. What does it say? I hate it when people do stuff for me that I don't ask them to do. And then they're mad because I don't have the reaction that they want me to have because I never asked them to do that, you know? I just have always had to deal with these people. People that insist on helping me, people that insist on doing things that I never requested. Now, if I need help and you help me, like, I'm really appreciative of that. But at the same time, like, I'm not a fake person. And I'm not a fake person, so it's like if you're expecting me to be like, oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. Pull your pants down and let me suck your dick. Thank you so much. You know, if you're expecting that, you are going to be sorely disappointed. Okay? And it's just so aggravating. But anyway, I was going to talk about this thing that happened at work recently. Because, like, yeah, there's this person that I work with who's just such an exhausting person. Like, she's such a woman. And I know that I sound like such a misogynist, but it's because I kind of sort of am. You know? Like, I really don't like women. And I don't have to like them. I can be annoyed with them, and I can point out what's wrong with us, and I can point out all of the ways that women end up hurting ourselves. I mean, just look at abortion, you know? It's like we insist that we can do what men do, but there are consequences for that, you know? major consequences for engaging in promiscuous sexual behavior. So it's like women want to act like they can have that. They can have the same stuff that men do, but they can't handle the responsibility of it. Now, I realize that this is a different world that we live in. And, you know, back in the day, like, women were actually oppressed. Now that we're not oppressed anymore, everything's a problem. You know? And I think that just to be a woman is to be fucking psychotic. You know? Because it's like you have all these emotions and like you don't understand them. And unfortunately, women, I mean, most women aren't like me, okay? We don't have this like magnifying glass that we apply to every motherfucking thing. And I don't expect them to either, by the way. I really don't. I don't expect people to care about society, you know, like. Calling me? Is somebody calling me? Answer the phone, dude. But yeah. What was I talking about? I just spaced out, can you tell? Oh, the magnifying glass. Yeah, like, there's a lot of stuff that I pick up on that I understand about human behavior that I think most people don't. And, you know, this friend of mine at work, she was actually saying, like, man, when you explain things, it just makes so much sense. Because I was talking about, like, anxiety and well, if you're open to that, if you're open to learning, you will benefit a lot more from that versus people that insist that they're right. They insist on staying the same. I mean, I know I don't have a smartphone and all, but like, there's a lot of other stuff that I've learned, and there's things about myself that have changed. And ways that I've grown. Now, there are things I'm always going to struggle with. Like, I don't think it'll ever be, like, in my nature to, like, show up on time for anything. Like, which means, like, I'll always struggle with that. I'll always, like, have to try extra hard to show up on time for anything, you know? That's something that normal-ass people don't have to struggle with. But normal-ass people seem to struggle with all this other shit, though, that I don't struggle with, you know? So, it's all just like a balancing act. Can I get in front of them? I really want to get in front of them because I'm annoyed. I'm annoyed. I don't want to be around these trucks. But yeah. Like, so there's this person I work with who's just really, really narcissistic, and I'm giving her the benefit of the doubt that she's a borderline personality because I just really don't want her to be a narcissist. I will totally admit that because I want to like her. I want to be amicable, you know? I don't like going to work and feeling like tension and just this negative energy like permeating in the air. You know, I don't like that. And it's really because of her. And I'm not the only one. It's like, she does it to everybody. So I don't take it personally. It's just fucking exhausting. And it's like, she wants to believe that she's changed a lot, right? But I don't see it. Now, granted, I didn't know her like 10 years ago. I've known her for like maybe 5 years. We've worked together for 5 years. Now, I gotta say, like, she's an amazing worker. I would never take that away from her. But the reason why she's such a bona fide worker is because, like, she sucks at everything else in her life. You know? She doesn't know how to just be with her family. She doesn't know how to not have distraction after distraction after distraction. And then she tells me, well, you know, I can't shut my brain off without alcohol. And I'm like, well, maybe your brain, and this is the way I look at everything, maybe your brain ain't supposed to shut off. Maybe there's things that you're supposed to figure out. And you've been chosen to figure those things out. I'd rather look at it like that than just be pissed off and upset that I'm the way that I am, you know? But I also don't think that a lot of this stuff, like, you can change it. Like, things like ADHD, and which is on the schizophrenia spectrum, autism, same thing. You know, that's pretty set in stone when you have a culture that's addicted to screen time, you know? It's like there's not much hope for a society that doesn't want to monitor itself when it comes to, like, the unlimited amount of stimulation that it requires on a daily basis. You know, when people, motherfucker, this is great. When people don't want to pay any attention to, like, how the stuff that they eat, the amount of exercise that they do on a regular basis, or, like, their sleep patterns, the stimulation, the distractions, if they're not going to pay attention to any of that, and, like, how it's making them feel, and how it's, like, you know, changing their moods and their energy and all that, if they're not willing to do that, that's the bare minimum, sweetheart. That's the bare minimum. If they're not willing to do that, they don't deserve to be happy. They don't deserve to be happy. You know, my friend, you know, she's miserable because she puts herself in the same situation. She refuses to lift a finger to change anything about herself, you know? Well, granted, she told me that she was talking to her mom again. She's trying to, like, reconnect with her parents and shit. So I was like, okay, I'll give you that. Like, that's good. I told her, like, I'm proud of you for talking to your mom. But it's like, she just got such thick skin, or such thin skin, rather. She's got such thin skin. It's like, she'll just, you know, dog people all the time, just, like, make fun of them. And the thing is, I'm a comedian. Y'all know I'm a comedian. I'm constantly mocking shit. I'm making fun of myself. I mean, I was the original butt of my joke, you know? But it's like, it's like if you say something to her and it, like, rubs her the wrong way, she'll act like it's some kind of personal attack, when that's not ever what anybody ever intends with her. Especially because they know how she's going to react to that, you know? And I went up to her, she, you know, took offense to something I said recently, and I went up to her and I apologized. And I was like, look, I'm sorry if I hurt your feelings. I didn't mean to. That's all you got to say. But it just kind of illustrates, like, her lack of character, because she still wants to, you know, be a fucking baby about something that, you know, if somebody says something. And this is why I think, like, maybe she is just a narcissist, and I need to stop thinking that she has borderline personality, because maybe she's just a piece of shit, and she's never going to change, she's never going to grow up, and I need to stop giving her the benefit of the doubt that she will. But I don't want to give up on people like that, you know? I really don't. And not just because I enjoy her company, whatever, like, she's fun to be around. Yeah, when she's high, when she's, like, stoned out of her mind, then she's fun to be around. Whenever her high wears off, then she turns into a thunder cunt. And, like, that's nobody else's problem, you know? It's like, ever want to blame other people for my problems. Like, that's why I worked on my relationship with my dad, because I felt like I wasn't as funny as I could be if I just got over this beef that I had with him. And I was right, you know? Like, anger is not funny. Unless you say true shit. If you say true shit, then you know, it's coming from an earnest place. And other people can relate to that place that it's coming from. You know? But if it's just you, like, spouting your grievance with something or someone, then it's personal. And anything that's personal is nowhere near as funny as something that's universal. You understand? But that doesn't mean that you can't make something personal funny. What I'm saying is that if it's angry and personal, it's not gonna register with people. So if you want to make anger funny, you gotta say something that people can really relate to and understand. And I think that's true of all emotions, not just anger. But yeah. What should I say to my friend? Should I call her a narcissist? Is that a good idea? It's never a good idea to do that. But I told her that she had borderline personality disorder, and she actually agreed with me. She's like, I think you're right about me. That's why I'm like, I think that probably is what she has, because it's like, narcissism is a huge part of that disorder. But she obviously doesn't want to choose the empathy route, you know? Because that requires work, and that requires like having tough love on yourself. And a lot of people look at empathy like it's so soft. No, it's not. It's actually not soft. Because you have to hold yourself accountable. And that's probably the hardest thing for most people to do.